And this one time at band camp,
this one time on Dancing with the Stars, I made it to the finals.
All right, boys, you got 5 seconds to catch your breath.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Para la muñeca, por favor.
Girls, we run this mother. Santa Claus coming to town. I feel like dancing. I will love you. I'm crying 'cause I know. And it was enchanting to meet you.
The winners and new champions of Dancing with the Stars are...
hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Mackenzie. For today's video, we are recapping Dance with the Stars Week 11 season finale. This is the last and final episode I will be reviewing for this season. Catch me next season if you joined for this. Also, stick around, watch my vlogs. I'm gonna get back to my regular videos and everything, vlogs, sit down videos, all the things. So excited for that. This season was one to remember because so many of the couples were so good that it was truly anyone's game. Anyone was gonna win, and it was just such a good season. So to kick off the episode, it started with different judges analyzing different couples' routines and mainly the star, obviously, and just talking about what they've done well this season, their best dances, commenting on why they deserve to be in the finals, like things like that. The pros had a dance opener with the star cast this season joining in. It was so good. We saw Harry, we saw Mira, we saw Matt Walsh, we saw like Jamie Lynn was there, we saw everyone was there, Adrian Peterson, everyone was there. It was so good, and we love when they all bring them back. I think that's a really cool tradition, because you know you were part of this season, you're part of this cast, and you should be able to dance. So it's so fun for that last and final dance. I put at the end, it was so funny because the final 5, so Allison, Jason, Charity, Ariana, and Sochi were all hanging on the disco balls up at the top. I was just like, what's happening? Because I was like, who's up there? And it's literally them just dangling. I'm like, this is so funny. That was so funny. I was cracking up. First round of dancing, which is the redemption dance. So for this round, it's the same for every finale. A certain judge is assigned to a certain couple, and they choose the dance that they want them to redo and try to give them a redemption and a way to redeem themselves from the first time they ever did the dance. We started out with Allison and Sasha, and their judge was Carrie Ann, and she chose for them to do week 1's salsa. Carrie Ann said it was cute the first time around, it was fun, it was inviting. This time she wants to embody more of her sexy side.
Get on your feet.
And I feel like she came out, she's just such a bright light, like I say every time. She's so good, she's so deserving of all good things in life. I don't know if it was more sexier, but it was better for sure. Like, she definitely redeemed herself in the total aspect of the dance and the concept of everything. I put, she's been such a fun and surprisingly well performer for me. Like, I feel like she started out, you know, questionable. You kind of felt like, okay, she's gonna be one of the first couples kind of to go, and then she has stuck around to the finale. It was so good, and she really has proven herself. Carrie Ann commented on the dance and said, you scored 4 and 5s when you first did this dance, and now you're in the finale, a different person with so much more confidence. Derek said the improvement in confidence is insane. Also, Bruno commented on her confidence as well. She has blossomed truly. She got a 25 out of 30, 2 8s from Derek and Bruno, and 1 9 from Carrie Ann. Our next couple is Jason and Daniela, and they were given Bruno as their judge, and he chose for them to do a redemption dance to week 4's Foxtrot. This is when the dance just didn't really fully suit him. I just felt like it just wasn't his thing. He also wasn't the partnership with Daniela maybe wasn't as strong. Like, there's a lot of factors into it.
Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore.
He came out so much better right away. Like, it was so good. It was so noticeably different. It was night and day. Bruno said Len would have loved this. Derek said absolutely stellar. Carrie-Anne said effortless, and they got all 10s for a 30 out of 30. Perfect score. Our next couple is Ariana and Pasha, and they were given Derek, and he chose for her to do week 2's samba over again. So this is when she was a little less controlled, a little flimsy, and just wild at times. So he wanted it to be more refined and more controlled. I feel like it was really good. Something about Ariana is, I feel like she has what it takes to win this mirror ball, and I feel like a little bit like the nerves kind of got the best of her a little bit sometimes, and I don't know if I'm just reading into it, but let me know if you agree. I've seen her be so on fire, and I was just wanting that so bad for this finale, and she was still good, and she was still great and deserving of the mirror ball, and she might have it. I don't know. We'll see at the end. But yeah, there was something missing, and I hate that because she was my front runner the entire time. Derek said, giving you the samba in the finale was not fair, was not easy, but you're the samba queen. Bruno said, the way you work every movement is sensational. Carrie-Anne also pointed out that she felt like something was missing from her, maybe like a mistake that had happened. Something had happened that she pointed out, and she was like, I can't not see it. It's just something I have to point out. We're in the finale. With that being said, she got 1 9 from Carrie-Anne and 2 10s from Bruno and Derek, for a 29 out of 30. So we took a break from the couples and we went to Charlie and Mark's performance. Charlie D'Amelio won last season of Dance with the Stars. She's social media's biggest stars, one of the biggest stars, and this dance is exactly how she won the mirror ball. Insane. I had chills. I said that that was insanely good. It was like remarkable. It was don't pay attention to me. She is so good. Our next couple is Charity and Artem, and they were giving Carrie-Anne. She wanted them to redo their tango from week 1. So her biggest thing was just to tell her to work on confidence. I feel like she came out, she's so clean, so precise, so smooth. The way she performs is effortless when she does. It's just so good. Her earrings went flying, which I thought was really funny. She got her one earring and then Artem found the other. She's like, oh my God, the other one. Carrie-Anne said, the way you just danced out was so passionate. Had to call out a mistake because we are in the finale. Derek said that was the best dance of the night so far. And Bruno said impeccably elegant. She got 1 9 from Carrie-Anne and 2 10s from Derek and Bruno for a score of 29 out of 30. So they cut to commercial break, and when we got back, Barry and Peta were doing a little routine, like a little 30-second, not even 30 seconds, it was just a little cute routine. Maybe it was 30 seconds. But it was to the song that he ripped off his shirt. Everyone just loves him. The whole crowd was chanting Barry, and it was just so good. He's still precious. I put it in parentheses. Our last and final couple before the freestyle round was Sochi and Val. Bruno chose the foxtrot for week 3 for them to redo, and he said to work on the definition of the foxtrot. This was amazing. Sochi is truly a great dancer, and I don't think, like, going into it, I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know who she was. I don't watch Marvel movies, so I wasn't familiar with her. She gained a new fan as well as so many other people around the world. I'm sure she's so good. Bruno said, perfection, your musicality is like you're part of the orchestra. It is a delight watching you. Carrie-Anne said, breathtakingly beautiful. Derek said, love how you thrive under pressure. Grace and smooth as silk. She got a 30 out of 30, all 10s. Perfect score. So before heading into the second round of dancing, which is the freestyle round, which is always my absolute favorite because the couples can do anything beyond their wildest imaginations, and it's always so good. They always deliver. We have Sochi and Val at the top and Allison and Sasha on the bottom of the leaderboard. So before we get to freestyle dances, Julianne Hough and Alfonso, our hosts, sing Santa Claus is Coming to Town together, and it was so good.
He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice.
Obviously lip syncing, right? Because it was perfect audio. So I feel like they were definitely lip syncing just because it is live. I feel like whenever you do something live, odds are you are lip syncing. Like the Macy's Day Parade, everyone's lip syncing. If you didn't know, they are. And so I feel like it definitely was lip syncing. I mean, it sounded crisp. There was no like up and downs of their dancing. I think because they were dancing too, it was a whole production that it was definitely lip sync, which is totally fine, but yeah. And they sang Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and we had surprise guests. The first guest to come out was Whitney Carson, who is a pro on Dance with the Stars. She's taking a break right now because she's focusing on her family, but she was always one of my favorites. She came out of the little door that Alfonso opened. Alfonso and her actually won together season 19 of Dancing with the Stars. That was one of my first seasons I ever watched. And Castro Neves, season 5 champ with Julianne Hough, also came out of the door. Julianne opened it. And then we had Hannah Brown appear too. She won with Alan, so she was dancing with Alan in the dance. The last one to come out was Rashad Jennings. He won with Emma Slater in season 24. So we just had a little alumni moment, and it was so cool. I love when they honor past seasons and memories. It's so fun to watch. Let's move on to the best part, and that is freestyle round. We started with Charity and Artem. This was so cool. This was unlike anything that's ever been on Dance with the Stars before. Even the judges said it. Charity has a big background in competitive cheer, so she knew she wanted to incorporate a lot of that in her dance. In the package shows that she was doing one of the tricks and she fell and hurt her jaw, and she thought she wasn't going to be able to do the dance. And it ended up being, she went to the ER, she was actually perfectly fine. She didn't break anything, do anything crazy, and she was just back at it, and she was determined to keep the stunts in there and do all the cheer competitive moves, and it was so good. I was really nervous for her going into it, but she totally nailed the tricks. I said, that was awesome. This is why freestyle is my favorite. She said, let's effing go at the end. She was like, let's go. And I was like, oh, that's so funny because it's like live, but she's not singing in the microphone, but it's just funny because everyone knows what you said. And she was flying all over the place and she was beat bopping around. It was good. Derek said, I think you've been waiting all season to do that. We've never seen anything like that. Bruno said, all the teamwork deserved to be at the Super Bowl. Carrie Ann said, that is the way you perform a freestyle. She got a 30 out of 30, perfect score. And every time they hit a 10, Artem did a high kick. I was like, this was so fun. Our next couple is Jason and Daniela. This was so good, off the charts. This was like, that's Jason. Like, that's the one that has been holding back a little bit because of the judges. He was like, no, I'm coming so determined to do so good in this finale, and he did. It was so good. I got chills. They moved so quick and nailed everything. Lit the ballroom on fire. That's the stuff I said. Bruno said, out of this world. Karen said, you did that. Wonderful. Derek said, nonstop dancing. The amount of movement was insane. Phenomenal. And they also got a 30 out of 30 for a perfect score to end their season. Our next couple is Ariana and Pasha. She said in her package that this experience has made her not count herself out anymore. She is really determined to be her best. And she also said that this experience has shown her that you can trust your partner even if it's not romantically. Like her dance partner, she has a lot of trust in Pasha, and it's just been such a good experience. And I loved the start of it. The set was big Ariana letters in flames, and it was so good. Carrie Ann said, off the charts, showed us what an empowered woman looked like. Derek said, main character absolutely shined. Bruno said, called the shots, hot as hell. And she also got a 30 out of 30, perfect score. Our next couple is Allison and Sasha. I loved this. I felt like Allison truly came into her own in this dance and left it all out on the dance floor, literally.
Enchanting to meet you.
started with Enchanted by Taylor Swift, which I had chills because that's one of my favorite songs. It was just so good. She was up in the air and it started out slow and then kicked up a notch and it stops and then she goes, this one time on Dance with the Stars, I made it to the finals, which is a nod to American Pie. I'm pretty sure because it's this one time at band camp. So love that so much. I love when they pay homage to who they are, where they got their start, and, you know, their career. Derek said, so much courage, I love you so much. Bruno said, a pleasure, the people's champion. Carrie-Ann said, everything came together and that was your finale. You inspire so many people. And she got 2 9s from Carrie-Ann and Derek and 1 10 from Bruno. Our last and final couple to end out season 32 of Dance with the Stars was no other than Sochi and Val. This was insane. Included her Japanese culture in the beginning, which I thought was so cool. I'm going to miss her energy so much on the show. I just feel like she brought so much. It was exciting to watch her every week. It was exciting to see what she was going to do, what new things she was going to do, what she was capable of. Like, it was just so good. Bruno said, outstanding. Your artistry is insane. Carrie-Ann said, the way you represented yourself was great. The way you dance as one is amazing. Her and Val. Derek said, captivating. She and Val as well got a 30 out of 30. Perfect score. And they also made note that they have gotten perfect scores as a couple for the last 2 weeks in a row. So love that. So after that, before we get to the final results, Jason Mraz sang I Feel Like Dancing, and he danced and the pros danced with him. And Derek joined in and it was so fun.
I like to dance and it looks like this. We like to dance and it looks like this. Come on.
At the end, they stopped and it showed all the pros in their final pose. And Riley like zoomed in on them, and Riley had confetti in her mouth, and she was like, I was like, that's funny. The final couples, as always, lined up on the ballroom floor, and we get to see who wins the mirror ball, who wins it all, who takes it all, and who feels all of the good winning energy. So right before that, they do the heartfelt wishes, which they always do. So this is the stars' family, friends, co-stars. It's just a really, really cool touch that they do because they always get emotional, and it's really fun to see who shows up for them and roots for them and makes a message for them. I think that's so cool. So we're gonna go down the line of 5th place down to the mirror ball. So in 5th place, we had Allison and Sasha. In 4th place, we had Charity and Artem. In 3rd place, we had Ariana and Pasha. If you would have told me that before the finale, I think I would have been shocked, but I really truly feel like Jason's performance, his last and final freestyle, and just whole finale night was so good that it swayed the votes. Ariana almost took a little bit of a back seat, and Jason really rose to the occasion. So the last final 2 versus each other was Jason and Daniela and Sochi and Val. And we have Charli D'Amelio presenting the Len Goodman Mirror Ball Trophy, and the trophy goes to
Sochi and Val.
She deserves every ounce of this win. She has put so much. Everyone has, and I don't even want to say but. Everyone has. She's just like, you can't deny her. It was so good. There was no way that she wasn't gonna win. She was just amazing. The whole like throughout the whole season, she has been consistently great. And that is it for season 32's Dancing with the Stars recaps. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every single week with me and recapping the show. It is so fun. It's one of my favorite things that I decided to do. That I decided to do for this channel. It's been so fun. I love doing it last year, this year, and for many years to come I'll be doing it because it's so fun. I feel like it brings a lot of us together to talk about, you know, one of the best shows. So it's so exciting. Today's subscriber shout out goes to Kenzie's Official 1990s, and I love your username. I love your name. All the cool kids have it. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more content. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
There's always gonna be another